Welcome back. So today we're going to try to tackle Sage. Sage is Robotnik's AI daughter that he invented during the events of Sonic Frontiers. And honestly, she's a character that I kind of needed some time to get accustomed to. At first, I wasn't really a fan of her. But now, after the events of Sonic Frontiers and through the comics and the Chaotix case files, she's kind of grown on me. She's pretty cool. I like the fact that she doesn't seem like she would flip to the good side or go against Eggman or anything like that. She's 10 toes down for her dad, which is great. And I think we need more characters that are unapologetically evil or antagonistic. So she definitely fits that bill. You can see me going in, making sure I have my references always. You can see me going in trying to get a good hand pose. I kind of deviate from this hand pose later on. I'm not a fan of it. I take a look at it. I'm just it could be better. It doesn't really capture what I was going for initially. You see my reference on the right side there. I do really like what I did with the pose that I was looking for with the perspective. Whenever I choose a pose for a character, I'm not sure if I mentioned this in the last video or not, but whenever I go in to try to find a good pose for a character that I'm drawing, I always try to make it dynamic, if for nothing but to just practice my dynamicism and practice my how far I can stretch my poses and my characters and such. You can see me going in with the face here. I've drawn so many faces, so I don't have to really go in with the usual face lines or anything like that. I know where everything goes, but I do feel like in retrospect, I do feel like I should have still gone in with the lines just to make sure everything was proper and just for the practice sake. Here, I'm sort of trying to clean up everything, and I'm tightening up where I think that the sketch deviates from my actual idea that I wanted. And I'm also trying to figure out what I can do with the sleeve, because her sleeve and her arm are all covered by the hand. The hand is huge, it's massive, and I'm oh, that's not good for the silhouette. So when drawing a character for any of the newbies, you want to make sure you understand the silhouette of the character, and the silhouette is appealing. I can go into more detail regarding that in a future video, but as long as you know what a silhouette is, you want to make sure that the silhouette has a very interesting non-symmetrical shape, especially for a character. So I took a look at one of my references and I noticed that my reference had good positions for the hands, and I liked that. So I went in there and I kind of borrowed it. I was okay, cool. You know what? These are hands that humans can make. Let me put her hands in this position. And it looked like it turned out well. Looks like she's controlling some of the cyber energy that she has going on and such. So I kind of leaned into that. So here I'm cleaning up more, the process that I like to do. As I'm going along, I like to clean up. I don't really like to clean up in one fell swoop that I noticed a lot of artists do. It's not my style. I feel like cleaning up is part of the fun, because as you're cleaning up, you can take a step back like you always do, and you see it's more clean every 5 seconds, and you're oh, that's really cool. And it's it makes me feel like my art is evolving as I'm making it. And of course it always is, but the cleanup portion is just fun to me. How I go about handling the hand gesture. The hands for Sage here, I essentially kind of borrowed it from the reference that I was going for, because I figured this is a hand position that humans can generally make. But what I did, I don't like to just take things even though I could technically, I wanted to make it my own kind of. So I took the hand gesture and I kind of altered it a little bit, and I cleaned it up. You can see some areas where I cleaned it up, and it definitely fits the piece overall. And I'm really proud about that. I'm really proud that how dynamic the hands turned out to be, and just how they became the focal point of the piece itself. Getting back to it, here you can see me, I'm adding the shading, of course, the funnest part, because
you get to really see the 2D image come together and take on more of a 3D form. So you see me darkening the lines here, adding the little hatching shading style, lightening the lines where they need to be lightened.
And now I'm adding like the little cyber area that she has like on her clothes that you can kind of see. Like I'm not sure how to describe it, but it's basically just like areas in her construct that aren't fully like rendered, I guess. And it's just filled with like ambiguous cyber energy. And then off to the coloring. So just a quick heads up, because I'm still new to YouTube, I'm trying to figure out like when I can like say certain things, like when I should say certain things, how I can make scripts and such. So I think I want to try something different. If there's nothing really to talk about, then I'll probably just fill it in with some music. If not, then I'll try to add my insight. Let me know if you guys want me to continue doing that. If not, then I can absolutely try to see if I can make that adjustment or whatever the case may be. So the coloring, I was actually at a loss. I wasn't sure if I should make her in her dark sage form or in her light sage form. At first, I was starting to make her in her light sage form when I was drawing out where the little cyber patches were. But then I started coloring her in her dark sage form, like by mistake, because I'm just like, I'm so used to seeing her like that. And I'm like, oh, oops. So, but it looked good anyway. So I'm like, you know what? It looks good. It's fine. It's all cyber corruption. She looks good. The piece looks good. I'm going in with the red impressions to make the cyber form look like actual cyber form. And the red lines and everything. I think one thing that I could have done with this piece was added more of the red lines on the bottom of her dress, looking back at it, because that's what she has in the reference photos. So, oh, actually, this is the first video, I believe, that I actually went in and like fully colored. Well, not fully colored, but like I added color to the main picture. The last picture should have been the Knuckles video, and I was contemplating on if I should do that there or not, but I ended up not doing it. I did it for this one because I just wanted to try something different. I'm having fun with this whole YouTube thing. And it seemed like it turned out well. I actually like this style. This is a style that I had before, but I kind of stopped doing it in favor of like fully rendering everything. Here you can see that I added like the little cyber rings around her to make her seem like she's doing something. And yeah, that should be the end of it. I add my signature there. And of course, if you like the video, please comment, subscribe, like, and everything.